I'll never have to worry, for I know that your love is gone before. I've tasted and seen the goodness of God, and I am enamored by all that you are. And your love satisfies me, and one thing is sure, there's always more. There's always more.
So I will turn to
Oh, holy night, the stars were shining, the weary world at last rejoices now. Our King has come. A thrill of hope and expectation, let all within us praise His holy name. His holy name. So we will fall on our knees and worship Him. All right, well, hey, Merry Christmas, Valley Creek. Come on, let's put our hands together. Hey, today we're celebrating the hope that we have in Jesus. So here we go. Oh, holy night. Oh, holy night. The stars were shining. The weary world at last rejoices now. Our King has gone. A thrill of hope and expectation, let all within us praise His holy name. His holy name. Sweet hymns of joy we'll be singing in grateful chorus. We will fall on our knees and worship Him. Oh, holy night, the stars were shining. A glorious morn is breaking through the night. Our King has come. A baby laying in a manger, God in flesh who came to be our hope. And He is our hope. So we respond now. Hey, sweet hymns of joy we'll be singing in grateful chorus. We will fall on our knees and worship Him. Chains He will break when we sing it. Oppression ceases when we fall on our knees and worship Him. So we will fall on our knees and worship Him. Oh, we will fall on our knees and worship Him. Oh, we will fall on our knees and worship Him. Jesus, Jesus, we will fall on our knees. Sweet hymns of joy we'll be singing in grateful chorus. We will fall on our knees and worship Him. Chains He will break when we sing it. Oppression ceases when we fall on our knees and worship Him. So we will fall on our knees and worship Him. From the glory of heaven, the King laid down His crown to be born in a manger, to be laid in the ground. Joy to the world, joy to the world. His body was broken, thorns for his crown. The fullness of heaven displayed for us now. Joy to the world, joy to the world. Our King has come. Joy to the world, and joy to the world. Our King has come. Let earth receive her King. Let earth receive her King. Heaven and nature sing joy to the world. Let earth receive her King. Let earth receive her King. Heaven and nature sing joy to the world. It was there in the manger. It was already done. The victory of Jesus. It was already won. Joy to the world. Joy to the world. Our King has come. Joy to the world. Joy to the world. And our King has come. Let earth receive her King. Let earth receive her King. In heaven and nature sing joy to the world. And let earth receive her King. Let earth receive her King. In heaven and nature sing joy to the world. When you are near, all I can do is worship, And now face to face, my only response is praise, Behold his glory. Behold his power, in awe and wonder, we crown you Lord of all. Behold our King, enthroned in majesty, in awe and wonder, we crown you Lord of all. The wonder of Jesus, King Jesus, face to face, my only response is praise. Is praise. Behold His glory, behold His power, in awe and wonder we crown You Lord of all. Behold our King, enthroned in majesty, in awe and wonder we crown You Lord of all. Behold His glory, behold His power, in awe and wonder we crown You Lord of all. Behold our King, enthroned in majesty, in awe and wonder we crown You Lord of Holy, holy, Lord Almighty, who was, and is to come, with glory, power, and wonder. Jesus, we crown You Lord of all. Holy, holy, Lord Almighty, who was, and is to come, with glory, power, and wonder. Jesus, we crown You Lord of all. We crown You Lord. So behold His glory, behold His power, in awe and wonder we crown You Lord of all. Behold our King, enthroned in majesty, in awe and wonder we crown You Lord of all. And all powers bow to Him, all things were made through Him. He is the one before it all. And all things will pass away, but His kingdom will remain. He is the one above it all. So lift up the God of all creation, the Lord of earth and heaven, the only one who's worthy of our praise. Jesus, joy of our salvation, author of redemption, the only one who's worthy of our praise. Nothing can separate us from His love and grace. He is the one
on the starting soon screen. All right. Wait a minute. There it goes. For some reason, I guess the mic wasn't working at first, but now it's. Oh, I'm at 0. I'm at 0.
Uh-oh.
Why does it do that? I don't understand. It does that even on the regular stream. Let's see what's going on with the internet here. In today I was planning on doing some recordings, but things got in the way of that.
Yeah.
Like, dang it, I had plans on doing some things with the camera. But it's alright. Let's see. My desktop? Yeah, something about my computer. SSL. Close out the two things in that. And keep that up. Yo, it decides to go down to 0 then. But anyways, enough with the technical stuff. Oh, come on, really? I'll be back, folks. Looks like it's gonna be you for a little bit. I'm gonna pick up this phone call.
Okay.
If you need. Hey. Are you sure you want one? We can try to find something in the pawn shop or something. But can I call you back later, or we can talk more about it tomorrow?
Yeah, that's fine. I just was thinking out loud, and I just wanted to say something to you and let you roll it over in your mind and see maybe if you knew someplace we might have some luck. So we'll talk
Okay.
more about it tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't get out of here till probably. Well, I'll probably get home a little bit before 11. So
Okay. Yeah,
not very long.
that's fine. Yeah, because I'm live right now on Twitch, so it's fine. I'm doing the Bible study. All right.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Later.
Later. All right. Sorry. Let's see that. Nobody was entertained, but it's all right.
Oh, we could hear part of the call on stream. That's what I was
Oh.
trying to message you from in direct Discord to let you know we can hear it in stream.
Oh, I muted the wrong thing, but that's all right.
I think I'm the only one that's in here right now anyway, so, you know.
Oh, I just muted Discord. I didn't mute the stream.
Oops.
That's all right. I'm sure it would be all right. But anyways, yeah, busy last week that I've had. No, the reason I was asking him, do you really want one? Because it seems like every time he wants to get a game console, he ends up either selling it, giving it to me, or not wanting it. So it's like, do you really need one?
Yeah. Which one's he wanting this time?
Xbox One digital,
Oh wow.
which I don't understand why, because he's saying he doesn't want one for the games, but what does he want it for? Does he want it for like streaming video, like Netflix and all that
That's what I
stuff?
was gonna ask.
It's the only thing I can think of. I don't know. We'll talk
Yeah.
more. Me and him are gonna talk more tomorrow. So that's all right. I don't know. We might even start this plan early.
It's up to you. Doesn't matter to me. I'm here either way.
Unless you
Like I
wanna,
said, I'll stick around. Huh?
unless you
Unless I want to what?
got some long story you want to tell. It's gonna last about 30 minutes.
um, I did get told something very interesting by one of my TLC kids the other day. He comes up through the line and he leans over and he grins at me. Love you. Just walks off like he hadn't said a word. That's two of them out of the group that have said that at some point. And they're both the 5th grade boys. And so it's just kind of funny. They're sweet though. They're sweet though. One that said it today is the one that always asks if I'm bringing a book on Friday. He'll walk up to me and he'll grin. He'll go, "You book?"
Sorry
Yes,
to say,
I'll be
are you?
reading books on Friday.
Mm.
Huh? What?
I said, I don't know. Are you gonna be doing that?
Yes, I will be reading to them on Friday.
Ah.
I read to them every Friday, and we were supposed to have another dance party last Friday, and the internet the reception in the room for some reason did not cooperate with my phone this time, so we did not get to have our dance party. And my little friend, we'll call him A because I can't say his whole name. A was not happy.
Was not happy, huh?
Was not happy because he'd been looking forward to it since before I got sick last. That was the last time I had been in
Wow.
there was the Friday before I got sick. That's like 2 or 3 weeks that they'd been without it.
Huh.
At one point, he just stopped and he looked. He just got this big grin on his face, and he doesn't talk very well. He's almost completely nonverbal, but basically was in his own way telling me, "You're doing your very best." Yeah, I'm trying.
Right.
So I mean, it was cute to see him understand and to see, he was kind of cheering me on, as frustrated that I was getting. I knew it bothered them because they do enjoy the music.
Gotcha.
Uh, they have an elf on the shelf that's wandering around the kitchen.
You have an elf on a shelf.
Uh huh.
Uh
My
oh.
manager's idea, not mine. Um, Yesterday he was found head first in one of our stockings.
I was about to say, are you the
Uh,
elf on the shelf?
I don't have a shelf strong enough to support me.
Oh, we can make one. We can make
Sure
one.
you could. I'm sure you could. Today we had these little look like elf shoes and hats hanging down from the ceiling, and he was all tangled up in one of the sets of shoes. So it was fun when the kids would come through. Hey, have you seen Zippy yet? Nope. Look up and watch him. Oh my gosh. What was it? Monday? Monday he was taking a bubble bath.
Okay.
My manager had found a little silver, like plastic, silver looking bathtub and had some old marshmallows that she couldn't use. And so she had him laying in it, just filled it up with marshmallows, and that was him, quote unquote, taking a bubble bath.
Hey,
Um,
that works for me.
he had
Shoot.
one day that he was in trouble because he got into the stickers. We've got a little mini, like, tabletop Christmas tree that sits by our register where I put everything through when they come through the line. And he had a section of the stickers that we used to give the kids for birthday stuff until we started doing birthday pencils. And he had little stickers all over his face.
Wow, that's
The
kind
kids
of
have had fun with it.
sorry to say that's kind of cool.
I have no idea what he's going to be doing tomorrow.
I don't know. Either.
No idea.
But you will find out.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully.
Oh, I'll find him somewhere.
Sure.
What's really fun is when a couple of the kids said, "How's he going to get down?" And I'm like, "Are you kidding? I want to know how he got up there."
Climb. Right? Did
And one of them said, "Well, he is a Christmas elf. Maybe he had magic." It's possible.
You're a Christmas elf. You got magic.
Am I now?
I don't know.
Do I? Do I? And what kind of magic do I have?
Healing.
Oh, I have healing magic. Okay.
Oh,
I'm not sure what I've healed, but okay. I hope I helped somebody.
Absolutely not. Just kidding.
I didn't. Okay. Okay, guys, you heard it. He says I'm not helping. I'm gone. Bye. Click. Just kidding. Still need to work on a date for when we're gonna meet to go to Holiday in the Park.
Well, I gotta figure out what their schedule is. Like the days that they're open.
Yeah.
Because my schedule. Mind will happen the next. I don't care about that. Already missed that employee party.
Uh-oh.
See, because I work this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Wednesday, Thursday of that following after that week.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Our last day in school is the 17th.
I don't know what their schedule is. Like, when are they open?
And we don't go.
I'm about to go look it up. Six Flags over Texas. Let's see. Let's see. As I use up more of my internet. No season pass.
Oh, my season pass. I'm probably gonna do the membership thing next time around.
Old one?
Yep.
What do you play? Yeah. KT protocol update. Let's see. Where's the schedule at? What the? Plan to visit. There it is. Okay. So, what day are you going out of school?
The 17th is our last day of school.
Okay. So
that's a Friday.
So, well, I gotta work on Friday.
You know.
And
I'm
Saturday.
just letting you know.
And Sunday. Let's see. Wait, 19th. Okay, so they're open on.
So they're actually open Christmas week, right?
They're open on the 20th, the 21st, 22nd, and the 23rd.
Okay.
Oh, they're not open on.
They're not open on Christmas Eve?
No, they're not open on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day.
Well, that's cool. We could do something that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday then.
I'm off on Tuesday.
If you wanna. Okay.
I'm off on Tuesday.
Okay.
And the park opens at 12.
Okay.
I'm off on the 20th. And the 21st. So we could do that Tuesday.
Okay. The 21st?
Yeah.
Okay. What time do you want me to meet you out there? Want me to meet at your place then, I guess? And we'll just ride out there together?
Whatever is best for you, like, distance-wise.
I don't mind if you... It doesn't matter to me. I don't mind us riding together if you don't. Okay. time you want me to be there. I mean, if you don't know right this minute, that's fine. You can tell me closer to the date. It doesn't matter.
I'll tell you closest to the day.
Okay, that works. I haven't been to Holiday in the Park in 15 years.
Got that place lit up.
I don't know why. Oh, I know. It's crazy. When I lived in my apartment in Arlington, I was like a hop, skip, and a jump from Six Flags and never went.
Why?
Didn't have anybody that I wanted to go with. Didn't really want to go by myself.
Shoot, I'll go by myself.
Well, that was then. I could probably go by myself now. Wouldn't be as much fun, but
Still want to go back to Fiesta, Texas.
yes, that's fun too.
And I want to go to Frontier City too.
Frontier City's the one in Oklahoma, right?
Yes.
Yes, folks, we talk about all kinds of fun stuff here in the stream.
We're talking about amusement parks. Now, you know, and okay, hold on. I gotta look this up now. Since we're talking about amusement parks. Flower Mound, Texas has a huge chunk of Flower Mound, Texas has a huge chunk of land that
Okay.
is being rezoned. Well, it's in the process of trying to be rezoned for a master plan of amusement park.
Oh,
I'm like,
really?
what kind of amusement park is it? Is it just going to be some random park that Flower Mound's going to have? Which I'm sure. Let's
See,
see
when
what's
my
in.
older brother was in high school, one of the big things that the bands got to do would be to go to Sandy Lake Park. Well, I know Sandy Lake's not open anymore. I've wondered, though, if anybody would ever try to bring something back like that, though.
Yeah, Sandy Lake Park closed down recently. Matter of fact, I think it was recently. Oh no, probably wasn't recently. Let's see. What? Theme parks in front. No. This is just. Full water park. Yeah, this is just. Okay.
Water parks, I wouldn't be much company at, though.
The town council voted to request zone changes on 2 properties at Louisville Independent School District. Okay about that. I don't know. Well, I'll have to research it. I'll have to dive into it.
I remember back home, there was a little amusement park there in Lubbock. And one of the big things, of course, it's nothing like, say, at the state fair where they have the cable cars that go up and over the park and back.
Yeah,
But
Disney
the
used to
one
do
there
that.
back home was like a little ski slope kind of thing, and you could go back and forth across on it.
Yeah, Disney. I don't know if it was Disney World or Disneyland, but they used to have something like that years ago. Not anymore. I think it'd be kind of cool, but I understand, and it's probably a lot to maintain on those.
Oh, I'm sure. Now, I have driven by Six Flags Over Georgia twice. I never got to stop, but I drove by it once going to Ravens and once coming back from Ravens. He's afraid of heights, so Six Flags is something he'll probably never do.
I want to go
Don't
to
see him
Six
getting on.
Flags. I would mind going to Six Flags over Georgia.
Note added.
I know it's gonna be a huge drive, but
14 hours one way.
oh gosh. I'll be one of those who have to take like a week off from work.
Yeah. That's why when I went this past summer to meet Raven, I drove halfway there and then spent the night and drove the other 7 hours. That was interesting. I mean, 7 hours is not bad because I mean it's 6 hours to get back to the part of Texas where I grew up.
Right. Right.
The country's a lot prettier between here and Jackson, Mississippi than it is from here and back home. Between here and back home, there's lots of flat and land. Although when you come up through Post, you go up over the Cap Rock, and that's kind of interesting.
That's weird. There's
What'd I
nothing.
do now?
Yeah, not you.
Are you sure?
No, I was on the Flower Mound site.
Oh, okay.
I'm still doing. But yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be kind of, I don't know. Cool to go to Oklahoma City and go to that Frontier City.
Yeah. I've been to Ponca City.
Ponca City?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is.
It's up in Oklahoma.
Oh.
So from Dallas there, supposedly was going to meet somebody. Turned out, well, there's a whole other can of worms that developed from that. I got home that same night. I only remember about half the ride home.
Sheesh.
Mm-hmm. But I got home safely.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. It was a long drive.
Discord is still being stupid.
I don't know what to tell you.
There we go.
I'm not in charge of Discord, so I can't tell you what Discord's doing.
Guess I'll move the stream over there then. So I can see if I'm dropping frames.
I don't know if it's a Discord thing or what, but I'm still hearing that funny bell I was telling you about earlier. It's weird. I'm not sure
bell.
where it's coming from.
I don't know neither. Maybe it's your imagination. Maybe you're thinking of it.
No, it's not my imagination.
I think you're thinking about it.
What am I thinking about? Huh? What am I thinking about? Mm-hmm.
The Discord. I don't know, but I've been told. Anyways.
Okay, that was a different sound when you pulled it up where it says watch stream. It's got to be a Discord thing. That's weird. Anyway.
But I think you just hearing things.
No, because I just heard it again. Anyway.
I think you're going crazy. I'm just kidding.
It happened a long time ago.
I started to say, I know, mine happened a long time ago too.
All right,
But-
Hebrews 11.
But do you want to pray
Hey?
in before you start?
I'll let you pray in and I'll pray out.
Maybe. Just kidding.
Please?
Be short. Oh gosh.
It's okay. Doesn't have to be long.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, it's just the stream. That's because I'm alive. But anyways, let's go ahead and do that, and then we can read Hebrews 11. All right. So thank you, Lord, for the time that we're going to spend the time to diving into your word. Hopefully, whoever's in the stream or who's going to be watching the VODs later on can hear this and understand you a little bit more than what they know about you. Please bless us all while we are here, and bless the ones that are not here. In God's name, amen.
And Hebrews 11, faith in action. Now, faith is confidence in what we hope for, and assurance about what we do not see. This is what the ancients were commended for. By faith, we understand that the universe was formed at God's command, so that what is seen was not made out of what was visible. By faith, Abel brought God a better offering than Cain did. By faith, he was commended as righteous when God
Right. Hold on. Hold on.
but no problem.
Screen was crashing.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you should be good now.
I just ended verse 4, waiting for you to pull it back up because it may be catching up on my end.
Mm-hmm.
By faith, Enoch was taken from this life so that he did not experience death. He could not be found because God had taken him away. For before he was taken, he was commended as one who pleased God. And without faith, it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. By faith, Noah, when warned about things not yet seen, in holy fear built an ark to save his family. By his faith, he condemned the world and became heir of the righteous that is in keeping with faith. By faith, Abraham, when called to go to a place he would later receive as his inheritance, obeyed and went, even though he did not know where he was going. By faith, he made his home in the promised land like a stranger in a foreign country. He lived in tents, as did Isaac and Jacob, who were heirs with him of the same promise. He was looking forward to the city with foundations, whose architect and builder is God. And by faith, even Sarah, who was past childbearing age, was enabled to bear children because she considered him faithful who had made the promise. And so from this one man, and he as good as dead, came descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky and as countless as the sand on the seashore. All these people were still living by faith when they died. They did not receive the things promised, they only saw them and welcomed them from a distance, admitting that they were foreigners and strangers on earth. People who say such things show they are looking for a country of their own. If they had been thinking of the country they had left, they would have had opportunity to return. Instead, they were looking for a better country, a heavenly one. Therefore, God is not ashamed to be called their God, for he has prepared a city for them. By faith, Abraham, when God tested him, offered Isaac as a sacrifice. He who had embraced the promises was about to sacrifice his one and only son, even though God had said to him, "It is through Isaac that your offspring will be reckoned." Abraham reasoned that God could raise even the dead, and so, in a manner of speaking, he did receive Isaac back from death. By faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau in regard to their future. By faith, Jacob, when he was dying, blessed each of Joseph's sons, and worshipped as he leaned on the top of his staff. By faith, Joseph, when the end was near, spoke about the exodus of the Israelites from Egypt and gave instructions concerning the burial of his bones. By faith, Moses' parents hid him for 3 months after he was born, because they saw he was no ordinary child, and they were not afraid of the king's edict. By faith, Moses, when he had grown up, refused to be known as the son of Pharaoh's daughter. He chose to be mistreated along with the people of God, rather to enjoy the fleeting pleasures of sin. He regarded disgrace for the sake of Christ as of greater value than the treasures of Egypt, because he was looking ahead to his reward. By faith, he left Egypt, not fearing the king's anger. He persevered because he saw him who is invisible. By faith, he kept the Passover and the application of blood, so that the destroyer of the firstborn would not touch the firstborn of Israel. By faith, the people passed through the Red Sea as on dry land, but when the Egyptians tried to do so, they were drowned. By faith, the walls of Jericho fell, after the army had marched around them for 7 days. By faith, the prostitute Rahab, because she welcomed the spies, was not killed with those who were disobedient. And what more shall I say? I do not have time to talk about Gideon, Barak, Samson, and Jephthah, about David and Samuel and the prophets, who through faith conquered kingdoms, administered justice, and gained what was promised, who shut the mouths of lions, quenched the fury of flames, and escaped the edge of the sword, whose weakness was turned to strength, and who became powerful in battle and routed foreign armies. Women received back their dead, raised to life again. There were others who were tortured, refusing to be released so that they might gain an even better resurrection. Some faced jeers and flogging and even chains and imprisonment. They were put to death by stoning. They were sawed in two. They were killed by the sword. They went about in sheepskins and goatskins, destitute, persecuted, and mistreated. The world was not worthy of them. They wandered in deserts and mountains, living in caves and in holes in the ground. These were all commended for their faith, yet none of them received what had been promised, since God had planned something better for us, so that only together with us would they be made perfect. The infamous Hall of Faith.
Yes. And this was pretty much talking about a lot of stuff. I mean, we're talking about Noah with Noah's Ark. It was talking about the whole birth of Jesus. With Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, and it's in faith. They're right. I mean, there's some things that's questionable. I'm trying to think of the one that was talking about people dying about reincarnation. What was that all about?
But they would die a better resurrection. Basically, it's like they were saying they weren't afraid to suffer, uh, for their faith. Who was
Gotcha.
it?
Let's see.
Peter, I think it was.
Was it
One of the
Peter?
apostles was he
I'm gonna
was
find it.
crucified, but he insisted on it being upside down. It wasn't in this particular verse, but I believe it was Peter when he was killed, was crucified, and he insisted on it being done upside down because he didn't feel worthy of having the same kind of death that Christ did.
Okay. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Okay, that makes sense.
John the
Uh,
Baptist was the only one of the apostles that I know of that died a natural death. He was uh, exiled on the island of Patmos and died of natural causes. The others were all either, you know, were killed in some way,
mm,
martyred in some way. John was the only one I believe listed that believed of natural causes.
okay, but I mean, by faith, you're want to do everything you possibly can to really obey God and really spread the word of gospel and the word of the Holy Bible to people.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, and the thing about it, it's we look at the ones who are unfaithful in the Bible, and it's easy for us to point a finger and say, "Hey, look what they're doing." How quick are we when we're challenged with something in life? How quick are we to turn around and do the same thing that the Israelites did? How quick are we to doubt, even when God's brought us through things like that, or sometimes even worse than that? The minute something's not going our way, how quick are we sometimes to turn around and to panic and to doubt and to have that weakness in faith?
no, you're right. That's so true. It's so to the point.
But the one I think that jumps out at me is Abraham. He had no idea where he was going. He just knew God had told him to get up and go.
True.
And he went without questioning.
I mean, what?
And I sit there going, could I do that? I don't know that I could. That I don't know that I have that kind of faith.
I,
Just totally, go, not knowing where you're in, where you're going to end up.
I mean, do we all have? Do we all do that in our faith? I mean, do we all have good faith? I don't think so. Because we all
Everyone questions their faith.
At some point, yes, I agree.
Even till this day. I mean, and it's probably worse in this generation.
Mhm.
I'm sure there's a lot more people that questions their faith this generation they have in past generations. And it's really hard on this generation because there's a lot of people who does not believe in faith, does not believe that there is a God, and does not believe that the church is just out to take your money. And
Families are not
it's
centered around faith like they were,
no,
and it makes a big difference.
no, you're right. And it's and the kids grow up and they don't know. They wasn't taught faith. They wasn't taught
Mhm.
about Jesus and God and in the past and stuff. They were just raised, the way the parents raised them. So they don't know what faith is. So they're always going to question, well, what is faith?
Mhm.
I don't know. I was never taught faith when I was growing up.
Probably one of the biggest tests with my faith would have been when Patrick was born. He was 8 weeks early. He was so tiny. And, day to day, and sometimes it was moment by moment, if he was going to make it from one moment to the next. Because
Right.
they were watching his breathing, they were watching his heart rate, they were trying to make sure, that he was eating. Um, and there were times he only weighed 4 pounds, 7.6 ounces when he was born.
Oh, wow.
And, at one point he started losing weight, which I mean, newborns will do that, but
Yeah.
especially when they're already so small to begin with. Um, there was a nurse one day, she caught me. I was holding him and started talking very quietly, and she saw me crying.
Hmm.
And I told her, I said, I didn't know what else to do. I had been sitting there very quietly praying. I said, I didn't know what else to do. I said, I'm absolutely scared to death because, this will happen or that'll happen. And at one point, they were like, okay, he has to have so many days without a major incident before he's on the track to coming home. He'd go 2 or 3 days and everything would be great. Then something would happen. Okay, that resets our time all over again.
Hmm. Wow.
And, I just, even through all of that, I don't know that I have faith, like I said, like Abraham did, or
Yeah.
like Isaac and Jacob did.
Right.
It's okay. Look at, look at Rahab. She was a prostitute, and yet she was still considered faithful because she hid the two spies. She very easily could have ousted them and had them killed.
Oh, yeah. She could have. Yeah.
She didn't. She kept them safe and helped them get lowered silently down the walls and out of the city safely.
Yeah.
And because of that, she was saved.
That's a good point.
And I think a lot of people don't think about the fact that, God wasn't out with, Jesus was not running around with the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the ones who were also showy. He went to the ones that were unwanted by society. He went to the least of the least.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right. That's so crazy. I mean, on things in faith and I don't know. It's really easy to drop out of faith because I've been there, but it's also easy to get back into your faith.
just
If you really want to, yes, it is. And that's the thing. God's not going to force himself on you. He's not going to force you to come back.
right.
He will wait with open arms, but he's not going to force you to come back.
That's correct. Why am I so tired all of a sudden? All right.
Am I talking that much? I'm boring you to sleep. My apologies. I'll stop.
No, it's not you. Psalms 23, a Psalms of David. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will feel no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anointed my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life. I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Wow.
Okay. It talks about, the Lord is my shepherd. And, they'll talk about us being his sheep. I learned some things recently, kind of in reference to this, that just kind of blew my mind. He talks about laying them down beside quiet waters. If sheep are led to a place where the water's moving, they will not cross it.
Okay.
It's like they're terrified of moving across that running water. You know, green pastures. You think of a place that would have, soft grass for a sheep to lie down in, something that would be comforting. The quiet waters and how that restores, refreshes my soul. Will take you to places where you can relax, restore, recharge.
Right. They will. Spot on.
And I'm talking too much. It's your turn.
I mean, yes, it does talk about, the Lord is my shepherd because we are sheeps and we are sheeps will drift away as we always do. But
Hello, Slapshot. We appreciate you being. He said, "I'm helping someone in their Discord,
yeah,
but I'm lurking."
I know. I replied. Even though you walk through the darkest valley, but you will fear no evil, especially if you have faith in the right way. I mean, you can have that feel, but don't feel the evil because as long as you got God on your side, there is no evil. Unless you let that evil in. Now, that's a totally different story.
Well, and something else to think about. It mentions that he leads us. Hold on. Through the dark valley.
Yes, through the
There are
darkest
going to be
valley.
dark times, but he doesn't just leave you there alone.
Right.
It's not going to happen instantly, but he is leading you through it. He is going to be with you through that time of growth, of rebirth, of, testing and strengthening in your faith, but he's not going to just leave you there. He's still going to be there walking along with you. When things are at their hardest, if he needs to, he'll pick you up and carry you so he can get you back on your feet.
Exactly. this is the last day of this plan.
Okay.
And we're going to be reading probably just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chapters.
Okay.
Because those last three is the same chapter pretty much. Psalms 27, 27, 27.
Okay.
But we are going to be coming out reading out of Proverbs mostly in this lesson.
Yeah.
You want to read the devotional?
Sure. Everyone needs friends in times like these. The righteous should choose his friends carefully, for the way of the wicked leads them astray. Proverbs 12:26. I'm very grateful for my friends and family. True friends are a beautiful gift, and the importance of being a loyal friend to others is paramount to enjoying life-giving friendships ourselves. At the beginning of humanity, God said to Adam, "It's not good for a man to be alone." These words precede at the creation of Eve. But our need for companionship and connection extends beyond the need for only a life partner. We also need close platonic relationships. In Australia, we speak of mateship. You may refer to this as buddies or simply friends, however you would describe it. Right now is a good time to remember to be a loyal friend to others. We all need friends in difficult and confusing times like these. Yet, true friendship can be elusive. What does it actually mean to be a good friend? Whilst we are physically distanced and socially isolated, allow me to encourage you to connect with your friends and let them know you're thinking about them and are there for them. The best of friendships have a natural low. Nothing is forced, and there are no strings attached. Being a good friend requires intention. Social distancing is an unfortunate reality right now, and let's be honest, it can be difficult. You may have genuine friends that are overseas or live a significant distance away from you, or perhaps you miss spending time with your friends who live nearby. Regardless of the circumstance, rest assured, you can still remain as close as ever to the people you love. So, what does a genuine and life giving friendship look like? Here are some thoughts on true friends. Number one, you may lead very different lives, yet you are heading in the same direction and are not pulling against each other. Number two, you want nothing from each other beyond friendship, encouragement, and companionship. In other words, there are no hidden agendas. Three, you have kindred spirits. You may have different gifting, talents, and callings, but you are united in spirit and cause. Number four, you are committed to building each other up and to be there for one another, even when others are missing. Number five, you only want what's best for the other person. No self serving, no hidden motives, and no selfish intent. Number six, your loyalty stands firm in every season. You are not fair weathered friends who are only there for the good times. You are a constant friend in all seasons. Number seven, you're committed to each other's success and always ready to cheer the other on. You are never threatened or insecure. Number eight, you are committed to generosity in every season, generous in words, spirit, and actions. Number nine, you are open to be challenged when it comes from a pure heart and it ultimately makes you better. You spur each other on into greater things. Number 10, you know how to weep together and rejoice together. Mutually enjoy the wonder of laughter in the good times, genuine comfort and compassion in the rough times. God's word also says a lot about friendship. Below is a short list of some of the King Solomon's wisdom regarding friends. I encourage you to take a moment to ponder each of these verses and think of how you can apply them to your friendships. Let's all commit to be the friend to others that we would want our friends to be to us. A friend lives at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. Proverbs 17:17. A man who has friends must himself be friendly, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. Psalms 18:24. He who loves purity of heart and has grace on his lips, the king will be his friend. Proverbs 22:11. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. Proverbs 27:6. Ointment and perfume, you're fine. Ointment and perfume delight the heart, And the sweetness of a man's friend gives delight by hearty counsel. Proverbs 27:9. As iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend. Proverbs 27:17. Stay in faith. Best is yet to come.
Of course, okay, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to read your name right. Keelan in live? Yeah, you can definitely stay as long as you want, buddy. But welcome in. It's great to see you finally pop in for the first time. Elfie, oh, Colleen is good? Okay.
Colleen. Colleen is good.
Colleen is Super Stormy's best friend.
Oh,
Sometimes they play games together. So
welcome.
oh,
We drop frames again.
yep. Down to 0. There we go. Okay. It's popping back up. Sorry, everyone. No. Bless you too, my friend. But yeah. So yeah, he's one of Super Stormy's friend.
Nice.
I've been surprised she hasn't popped in yet. Normally she pops in for at least the Bible study stream. But she's probably in bed. I know the time change, her mother puts her to bed pretty close to nighttime, so
Yeah.
that's probably why she's not here. But yes, definitely can always try to learn something here. So we are going to read. Well, I'll read it. Proverbs 12. Whoever loves disciple. Wait, is that how you say that? Disciples?
Discipline.
Oh, discipline. Okay, I'm sorry. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge. But whoever hates correction is stupid. Good people obtain favor from the Lord, but he condemns those who deserve wicked schemes. Oh, schemes. You gotta bear with me. I horrible at reading. No one can
I hope you don't mind me helping.
Oh, you're fine. No one can be established through wickedness, but the righteousness cannot be uprooted. A wife of noble character is her husband's crown, but a disgraceful wife is like decaying in his bones. The plans of the righteous are just, but the advice of the wicked is deceitful.
Deceitful.
Oh, deceitful. That was close.
Yes, you were.
The words of the wicked lie in the wait for blood, but the speech of the upright rescues them. The wicked are overthrown and are no more, but the house of the righteous stands firm. A person is praised according to their prudence, and one with a warped mind is despised. Oh, despised. Gotcha. But to be a nobody and yet have a servant, then pretend to be somebody and have no food. The righteous care for the needs of their animals, but the kindest acts of the wicked are cured. But those who work their land will have abundant food, but those who chase fantasies have no sense. The The wicked desire the stronghold of evildoers, but the root of the righteousness endurance. Evildoers are trapped by the sinful talk, and so the innocent escapes trouble. From the fruit of their lips, people are filled with good things. In the work of their hands, bring them reward. The way of fools seem right to them, but the wise listens to advice. Fools show their ignorance at once, but the prudent overlook an insult. An honest witness tells the truth, but a false witness tells lies. The word of the reckless pierces like swords, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. Truthful lips endurance forever, but a lying tongue lasts only one moment. Deceit is in the hearts of those who plot evil, but those who promote peace have joy. No harm overtakes the righteous, but the wicked have their fill of trouble. The Lord detests lying lips, but he delights in people who are trustworthy. The prudent,
Prudent.
right? The prudent
Prudent.
the prudent keeps their knowledge to themselves, but a fool's heart blots out folly. Oh gosh, there's another word.
Diligent.
Diligent hands will rule, but laziness ends in forced labor. Ooh, there's another word.
Anxiety.
Oh, really? Anxiety weighs down the heart, but a kind word cheers it up. The righteousness choose their friends carefully, while the way of the wicked leads them astray. Wait. Yeah.
Stray.
Oh, astray. Oh, gosh. I mean, I really need to work on my reading. The lazy do not roast any game, but the diligent feed on the riches of the hunt. In the way of righteousness there is life. Along that path is immortal. And FYI, Helen, the tag button bot is just my bot, so not surprised it doesn't respond back to you. So gosh, this is
There's a lot in this one.
there was I don't know where to start. What do you think? What's your input on it?
Oh my goodness, like you said, where to start? There's so much in this one.
I know.
It talks about, those that are the righteous tend to be careful. It's like, verse 10, they take care of their animals. Those who are righteous are going to be more careful about what they do and what they say
Right.
and how they do and how they treat others. And, you know, something I struggle with sometimes is you'll see people that are not doing right, and it seems like everything's going their way. And it can be very disheartening because then you're working trying to do what you should be, and you're like, "Do I help here?"
That is correct.
But we
Go ahead.
have that eternal reward.
Yeah.
We won't see it this side of heaven, but we have that eternal reward coming.
Oh yes. So the more that you go and do, the righteous stuff, the good stuff, and stay away from the evildoers and the wicked and all that stuff that can drag you down on your faith, the consequences is not going to be good if you go that route. Now, if you go the route to the righteous side and trust God, then you're going to have eternal life. It's just,
Now, it'll be tougher here, but again, we had that
oh
eternal
yes,
reward.
oh yes.
You get attacked on all sides on this side of things.
That's so true. That's so true.
Kicked over, knocked down, stomped on, jumped up and down on.
Yeah, and it's tough.
Face in the dirt. Hmm.
It is tough because you have those temptations, and sometimes it's just so hard to break those temptations because it's just so tempting to do what you want to do and not have any book that has the rules or anything to go by and just do anything you want in life. But you're going to be facing judgment when the time comes.
I've heard a lot of people, well, it just seems like with this God thing, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this other thing. It's not that he doesn't want us to do things, but he knows the things that are better. He puts those rules down to try to protect his beloved. He would much rather us have a scraped knee than a broken leg or a broken arm. He wants to protect us from evil things. He wants to protect us from those things he knows that are not good for us, that are going to hurt us. But again, he doesn't force himself. We still have that choice.
Yeah.
But he wants better for us.
All right, hold on. The internet's kind of dropping. Okay, we're good now. I don't know, for some reason, I think it's just because I'm streaming, plus I'm showing my screen, so I think that's probably why it's a lot of strain on my connection. That's why the internet keeps going up and down, up and down. So
say this jokingly, so I'm the problem because you're having to share your screen with me. I get it. I'm kidding, folks.
I know you are.
Oh, ouch.
Oh, I said.
The
I know
wonders
you're
of
kidding.
friendship. We can sit there and joke with each other, and folks, promise we are just joking. We really are joking with each other here. Aren't we?
Yes. Of course we are. Come on now.
That's why I'm laughing, because I know we're joking around. All right. Proverbs 17. Better a dry crust with peace and quiet than a house full of feasting with strife. A prudent servant will rule over a disgraceful son and will share the inheritance as one of the family. Crucible for silver and is for gold. The Lord tests the heart. A wicked person
Uh-oh.
listens to a destructive tongue. Whoever mocks the poor shows contempt for their maker. Whoever gloats over disaster will not go unpunished. Children's children are a crown to the aged, and parents are the pride of their children. Eloquent lips are unsuited to a godless fool. How much worse lying lips to a ruler?
Sorry, I was just trying to wait for the connection to catch back up. It was been at 0 the whole time
You're
you were
fine.
reading.
Uh-oh.
It's all right.
A bribe is seen as a charm by the one who gives it. They think success will come in every turn. Whoever would foster love covers over an offense, but whoever repeats the matter separates close friends. A rebuke impresses a discerning person more than 100 lashes a fool. Evildoers foster rebellion against God. The messenger of death will be sent against them. Better to meet a bear robbed of her cubs than a fool bent on folly. Evil will never leave the house of one who pays back evil for good. Starting a quarrel is like breaching a dam, so drop the matter before a dispute breaks out. Acquitting the guilty and condemning the innocent, the Lord detests them both. What should, why should fools have money in hand to buy wisdom when they are not able to understand it? A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time at adversity. One who has no sense shakes hands in pledge and puts up security for a neighbor. Whoever loves a quarrel loves sin. Whoever builds a high gate invites destruction. One whose heart is corrupt does not prosper. One whose tongue is perverse falls into trouble. To have a fool for a child brings grief. There is no joy for the parent of a godless fool. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. The wicked accept bribes in secret to pervert the courts of justice. A discerning person keeps wisdom in view, but a fool's eyes wander to the ends of the earth. A foolish son brings grief to his father and bitterness to the mother who bore him. If imposing a fine on the innocent is not good, surely to flog honest officials is not right. One who has knowledge uses words with restraint, and whoever has understanding is even tempered. Even fools are thought wise if they keep silent, and discerning if they hold their tongues.
But another one to really grasp because in, I don't. There was a lot of like corrupted police force, people taking bribes and secrecy. That's kind of stuff there. I mean, I'm sure it still happens to this, but that's
It's
something
much
that
more up in your face because
yes,
of the wonders of the news and technology, and it's all just right there. You can't get away from it.
nope. And it was easier to do it back then because you didn't have the internet. Wasn't so big. The news wasn't so big as it is now. So it was easier to get away with it back then. Now you can't do it at all because somehow someone's going to snitch. And one snitch is going to spread out like wildfire.
You can't sneeze without someone, reporting it to the news or the local TV channels or whatever.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sure it's horrible to be a celebrity because you got the
No, thank you.
paparazzis, you got the cameras, you got the people,
Hmm.
you always being watched. Always wants an autograph signed. And they all say that some of these celebrities that people are saying like rude and mean and stuff. Well, it's because people won't leave them alone.
Yeah.
I mean, they're people just like you and me. They got to do the shopping. They got to buy food. They got to buy groceries. They got to buy clothes.
They
But
want
they
privacy and time with their families as much as the rest of us do.
right. But they can't have that because someone's always asking for something, autograph, a picture, and sometimes they have to be rude because they get so irritated with it. But
Well, and
but
and especially if someone's a Christian,
oh
you're gonna
yes,
watch what the reaction is.
oh yes,
And if they have a different reaction than what people think they should, it goes bananas. Oh, this person claims to be a Christian, but they bit my head off.
oh yes,
Just because we're Christians doesn't mean we're perfect. We're still gonna make mistakes.
exactly. So
We just ask the Lord for forgiveness of those things.
there was never a perfect person in this world. We all
Short of
have
Jesus,
thoughts, and we all will have something that is going to drag us down, and something we're gonna say, do, and it's then we're gonna have to ask for forgiveness because we did something wrong. But that's the joy of things. When Jesus died on the cross for our sins, that way we can ask for forgiveness for our sins that we commit every day. Because we're not perfect Christians. We're not perfect people. All right, now it's your turn. Because I know you got something to comment.
Me? I never have anything to say.
Come on.
I'm kidding. I probably have too much to say most of the time.
You always find.
It's a struggle because not necessarily everything that sounds good is good. Not everything that looks good is good.
Okay.
Again, like you said about temptation, there are things that look so good, but then when you really look at them and you compare them to what the word says, like, oh my goodness, that's not what I said. Not what I thought that was. That person was not like I thought they were. That toward the end, when it talks about people with knowledge, hold their words with restraint, and I'm sitting here going, oops.
Let's see.
The one who has knowledge uses words with restraint, and I'm sitting there going, oops.
Always, right? Always.
Uh-oh, always what? Uh-oh, what'd I do now?
Thing. Come on now. But yeah, no, you're right about that.
Makes me think like when I got onto that kid at school earlier. Wasn't doing it in a mean way. I was firm with him, but I wasn't like cruel. I didn't like pick him up by the shirt of his, collar of his shirt and drag him over.
Right.
It's like, but he had to know, okay, that's not okay to talk to someone in authority that way.
Right. Gotcha.
You need to respect them because they are a hard worker, because there is a lot that they do that you don't know about.
It's true. It's true. It's just people don't know. That's all it goes down to it. Especially this generation. They don't know. It's I know, and it's kind of sad at the same time. Proverbs 18. An unfriendly person pursues selfish ends, and against all sound judgment starts queries.
Quarrels. Basically means they're starting fights. Disagreements. Never.
You want to fight?
Never.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Not unless it's with pillows, so we won't hurt each other.
Fools find no pressure in understanding, but delight in airing their own opinions. When wickedness comes, so does contempt. And with shame comes reproach. The words of the mouth are deep waters, but the fountain of wisdom is a rushing stream. It is not good to be partial to the wicked. So deprove the innocent of justice. The lips of fools bring them strife, and the mouth invite a beating. The mouth of fools are the undoing, and the lips are a snore
Snare.
nail to their very lives. The-
Snare is something that's going to trap you.
That's not good. The words of a gospel are like chores. Are like choice
Morsels.
Morsels.
Like choice bits you can taste.
They go
You know,
down to the inmost parts. One who is stacking the work is brother to one who destroys. One who is stacking his work, the other one. Okay. Ugh. The name of the Lord is a fortress tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. The wrath of the rich is their
fortified.
fortified city. They imagine it a wall too high to scale. Before a downfall, the heart is naughty. Wait, that's an H. Not an N. So it will be
Haughty.
haughty. Okay, that's what I thought. But it goes like, wait, that's not an N. But humanity comes before honor. To answer before listening, that is folly and shame. The human spirit can't endorse in sickness.
Discern is just at the heart of the discerning acquires knowledge.
But a crushed spirit who can bear. The heart of the discerning acquires knowledge, for the ears of the wise seek it out. A gift opens the way and ushers the greater into the presence of the great. Pursuit of the great. Sorry. In a lawsuit, the first to speak seems right, until someone comes forward and cross-examines. Yeah. Casting the law settles disputes and keeps strong opponents apart. A brother wronged is more unyielding than a fortified city. Disciples are like the Baron's gates of a citadel. From the fruit of their mouth, a person's stomach is filled. With the harvest of their lips, they are satisfied. The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit. He who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord. The poor for mercy.
Plead
for mercy. But the rich answers harshly. One who has unreliable friends soon comes to run, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. So, yes, the lips can get you in trouble. Because all about what to say, how you say it, and if you're being honest about it. Because you can also lie to get your way, or lie because you don't want to get in trouble. You don't want to own up to your mistakes, so you pawn your mistakes on someone else, which is not a good thing to do, because this one thing that always gonna happen to you. It's gonna bite you in the butt. Because it's gonna catch up to you. You got something.
I'm just processing what you're saying.
I know. My words never make sense half the time.
I think they do. Or sometimes you'll bring out things that I haven't thought about. And it's like, oh, I thought about it that way.
I don't know. I try to say things that make somewhat easy to understand.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just what I do.
Oh, and I worry sometimes that I talk too much when what I'm trying to do, like you said, is trying to help make things easy to understand. Shall I read Proverbs 22?
Yes.
A good name is more desirable than great riches. To be esteemed is better than silver or gold. Rich and poor have this in common. The Lord is the maker of them all.
All right.
Prudent sees danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. Humility is the fear of the Lord. Its wages are riches and honor and life.
Maybe. There we go.
And the paths of the wicked are snares and pitfalls, but those who would preserve their lives stay far from them. Start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. Whoever sows injustice reaps calamity, but the rod they wield is in fury will be broken. The generous will themselves be blessed, for they share their food with the poor. Drive out the mocker, and out goes strife. Quarrels and insults are ended. One who loves a pure One who loves a pure heart and who speaks with grace will have the king for a friend. The eyes of the Lord keep watch over knowledge, but he frustrates the words of the unfaithful. Sluggard says, "There's a lion outside. I'll be killed in the public square." The mouth of an adulterous woman is a deep pit. A man who is under the Lord's wrath falls into it. Folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline will drive it far away. One who opposes the poor to increase his wealth, the one who gives gifts to the rich, both come to poverty. Hold on, I'll be right back.
So,
All right. Sorry about that. You ready for the 30 sayings of the wise?
thing number 1.
Pay attention and turn your ear to the sayings of the wise. Apply your heart to what I teach. For it is pleasing when you keep them in your heart and have all of them ready on your lips, so that your trust may be in the Lord. I teach you today, even you. Have I not written 30 sayings for you, sayings of counsel and knowledge, teaching you to be honest and to speak the truth, so that you bring back truthful reports to those you serve? Saying 2. Do not exploit the poor because they are poor, and do not crush the needy in court. The Lord will take up their case and will exact life for life. Saying 3. Do not make friends with a hot tempered person. Do not associate with one easily angered. You may learn their ways and get yourself ensnared. Number
Agree with that
4.
one.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I
Thought you
agree
were
with
gonna say
that
something.
saying.
Yeah.
I've been there
Do not
and it's not fun.
saying 4. Do not be one who shakes hands in pledge and puts up security for debts. If you lack the means to pay, your very bed will be snatched from under you. Saying 5. Do not move an ancient boundary stone set up by your ancestors. Saying 6. Do you see someone skilled in their work? They will serve before kings. They will not serve before officials of low rank.
Good sayings. We're running out of time.
It's okay. We can read the rest next week.
True. Which is just this one. Because I think the other one is also Proverbs 27, so it's fine. Because we got 10 minutes. I mean, unless you think we can knock this out in 10 minutes.
It's your stream. I'll follow your lead, sir.
Yeah, we could always save it.
Come back to it next week.
Yeah, like I say, just be that one. And they didn't figure out
Yeah.
what to do next. Yay. Oh. It's the wrong button.
Okay. Sounds I'm hearing. You went out of the stream by accident. It made one sound. It made a different one when you came in. When you would open a word with the scriptures in it, a sound would come up. When you would close it to go to the next one, another one would. That's all those bells I'm hearing. It's something connected within the stream.
Something connected with Discord.
Uh-huh.
Not the stream, but with Discord.
Well, my apologies with
I don't
Discord.
know.
He knew what I meant.
Who knew?
You.
Oh, you pointed at somebody totally different.
Okay, well, on my screen pointing that way, I'm pointing to you. I need to be pointing that way, don't I? Okay,
Yes.
that guy. That guy over there.
That's what I
The
was
one
like.
in the green headphones. That
I was
guy.
like, who are you talking to? You're pointing to someone
No,
off
it's like I said.
screen.
Okay, on my screen, when I point that way, it looks like I'm pointing to you. I need to remember yours is the other direction. So no, that guy over there, the one who started all this. It's his fault. He started all of this.
No.
Yes, you started all this
No.
dingus-tree, and I just ran with it.
That's fine. But it's for
Put
the
'em up.
good.
Come on.
It's
Put
good
'em
for the
up.
good.
Put 'em up.
No. Just kidding. Fine. Just kidding.
And folks see friendships like this are things that you can be blessed with. When he and I first started talking in, it was in Combat Corner streams. Never had any idea that it would blossom into the friendship that we've had. And folks, there are things we can poke at each other, and if anybody heard half the conversation, would probably think we hated each other. No, we're just giving each other heck because we poke at each other all the time. We pick on each other, and it's all done in fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's good to have someone you can laugh like that with too, because laughter is good for the soul.
So, what we got?
As he hits his mic, sorry.
Do we have for Pro? Like any updates from Slapshot? Anyone else that is maybe looking in the stream that might have some sort of prayer request?
Remember Twisted Mind? You remember Twisted Mind?
What's going on with Twisted
He's
Mind?
now he is now Mythical Dragon.
Right.
Apparently
But
a few days ago, his mother's boyfriend apparently was living in the house where he and his mom and his brother were. And he and his brother found her boyfriend dead in the bathroom the other day. Found him dead on the floor. So we need to be praying for his mom for the loss of her significant other. And
gosh.
praying for Mythical Dragon and his brother as they're dealing not only with the loss of this individual, but the shock of being the ones that found him.
That probably makes sense of what's going on because I don't know. There was something that he tweeted that some people thought he was disrespectful to others. I don't know, but I was like, what the heck's going on with him? But that explains a lot. That explains a lot.
That's not That's not exactly something you expect to find or to have
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, that does explain a lot. And
Um,
yes, we definitely need to pray for him.
Yeah. Continue to pray for Miss Janelle and her family. She's not getting any better. She's not gotten any worse as far as I know. She's not getting any better. And her daughters are slowly coming to that point of just wanting to pray, Lord, don't let her suffer anymore. Just take her home. And that's not an easy place to get to.
Exactly.
You don't want your loved ones to suffer. So we definitely need to continue to pray for Miss Janelle and her husband James, and then their kids Daniel, Dawn, and Alexa, because there's a lot of tough decisions that they're facing.
Right.
And they've all said, they do have a peace about it because they know they'll see their mom again someday. They know where mom's going. But at the same time, on this side of heaven, you don't want to see your loved ones suffering like that.
No, you don't. It's something you don't want to.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, that sucks. So yeah, definitely pray for Mr. Dragon. He needs some prayer. Continue to pray for the same things for Slapshot and MZ. Because I know Slapshot's helping, so he may not be listening to us.
I never have heard anything back about the job interview, so we definitely need to continue praying over the job situation.
Okay.
For he and MZ both.
Oh, yeah.
I do have a praise. A friend of mine's a local musician, finished his chemotherapy treatments. Now it's just a matter of his body coming back from it. The cancer that they found, I did eventually find out it was in his throat and had come up around the back end of his tongue, his throat against that back end of his tongue. And with him being someone who sings and does all kinds of vocal stuff, that's some pretty serious stuff to deal with.
Yeah. Hidden. That's got to be tough.
Continue, and I'm sure you do too, continue to pray over everybody affected by COVID. Having been there, folks, it's no joke. It's very scary. And not everybody makes it through.
Yeah. Well, you
My
got to
friend
be.
Drew passed away from it in August.
Yeah. Michael from CWF lost his wife because of COVID.
It's very scary, and it affects every person differently. No two cases are exactly alike.
Yeah. So true.
speaking of CWF, I also continue to pray over all the wrestlers there. Not just in their wrestling stuff, but in their day-to-day jobs too. I'm just
Yeah.
praying a hedge of protection around all of you because, you know, every day you step out onto your mission field, and you never know who might hear something. You don't know they needed to hear it, but they'll either hear or they'll see you and think, "Oh, wait a minute, there's something different about this person."
Right.
And, just pray that those people will uh, have the confidence to come and ask if they don't understand.
I had to help Kyle. Well, Kyle didn't have my number, so JT had to message me. But because they were looking for a gaming computer for Brody,
Hmm.
so they just JT knew I knew a lot about computers, so he messaged me to.
Give my memory. Who's Kyle?
It's okay. He's the one that tagged partners with Ryan Hart.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about now.
The big guy.
Um,
What is his wrestling name?
it's gonna drive me crazy because now I can't think either.
The Guardian.
Thank you.
The Guardian.
I was about to go look it up because I couldn't remember.
Kyle, yeah. His wrestling name is the Guardian, but yeah.
Oh, we're talking about them and their everyday stuff too.
Oh yeah.
He's had a lot of stress with the school.
He does all the time.
Pray for him.
So yeah.
Teachers have got a lot on their shoulders these days.
Oh, they do. And they also got to worry about what they can say and can't say. Since everything is a touchy subject in school nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
it makes it so.
The way they tell us if kids come to us asking questions about religious material, we can answer their questions. We can't go to them automatically mentioning things.
Yep.
At least that's what they've told us. If they come to us asking questions, we can answer the questions they ask. My pastor is involved with something called Kids Beach Club. They do it after school hours, and it's a time of worship and it's a time of study. The kids, and they volunteer for this. Their parents can sign them up. It doesn't cost them anything, but they can learn Bible verses and other such things. And at the end of the semester, each kid gets a Bible.
That's cool.
They make sure that every single kid that's involved gets their own Bible.
Well, that is cool.
And it's a beautiful way that families can be reached. Yes, it happens on a school campus, but it's after regular school hours.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit more that, the teachers and principals and whoever is involved, they try to get parent volunteers also to get more families involved. This last year, I think it was 6 kids came to faith through that. Back in
cool.
November.
Wow, that's cool.
There was a young lady from my pastor's school who came to the faith and refused to let anybody else baptize her. She said, even though I'm not a member of his church, Mr. Stefan's got to be the one to baptize me. I can't have anybody else do it. Because she was in his Bible study group within Kids Beach Club. And her grandmother called him and said she won't let anybody else do it. She's told us she has to come to your church and she has to have you baptize her because she won't do it with anybody else. It's just actually, a beautiful way that.
Yeah, that's actually awesome.
Yeah. School down the street from my church in Balk Springs last year. No, 2 years ago. It was before COVID. I had so many kids coming. They had to split them into 2 groups. One group ended up in the gym, and the other one ended up in the cafeteria because they had so many kids that were coming. And to think of all the families that seeds are being planted in. And
Good
we
though.
we may not see the end result of it, just knowing those seeds are being planted, those families are being reached. And I know I'm talking too much and we're over time, but it's just something that's on my heart.
Well, no, it's awesome. I mean, you
I've
got something wrong with speaking what's.
I worked with it at Patrick's school, and the kids that you least expect to be affected by it, kids that you think will be the least affected by it, see hearts broken as they get it, as they realize how much they need God in their lives.
Usually a lot too.
And to see the peace that washes over them as they accept Him. It's an amazingly beautiful thing to see.
It is. I agree. I agree. Because we need more of that.
The superintendent for Mesquite ISD has said that he does it. Of course, this was before COVID, but had said he wants to see it in every single elementary school
I
in
think
the
they
district.
should put it. I think they
He
should
wants to
get
see it
rid
at
of everyone.
every single elementary school. He wants it.
That's good.
You know,
It's good to
teachers
hear.
can volunteer. Staff members can volunteer. Parents can come in and help if they want to. There's no cost involved. The kids all get a T-shirt. Um, they each get their own Bible. I know at Christmas, um, a lot of times that's when they'll do Bibles. At the group I was with, we met up on a Saturday, and they had gold paper, and they wrapped each individual Bible in that gold paper, and that was their gift that following Monday.
Sweet.
That was their Christmas gift. Some of the individual groups within that, some of the individual teachers, would bring like extra candy or whatever for the kids in their group. But again, just seeing the seed planted in so many families,
Yeah.
and just seeing their eyes light up when the kids get it. Because
Right.
at that very first moment, you see the light come on in their eyes, and you see them just like, oh wow, this isn't just all fun and games. This is a big deal. This is important.
It is. It always is important. It's important to bring that into the schools, elementary schools, just because it's been left so many years because of people think it's not right to do that in school. I mean, shoot, we don't even do the Pledge of Allegiance anymore.
Yeah. Actually, as of a couple of years ago at Patrick's Elementary School, they were still doing the Pledge of Allegiance every morning.
Changed it. So
And
now
it may
they
be
don't.
different depending on where you're at. Different districts may do it differently. I don't know.
Yeah. No, you're right. Because I know some districts, I don't think they do it at all. So,
I'd never heard about it until, a few years ago. In fact, our church was sponsoring 2 different schools. One of them is just down the street from where our church actually is, and the second one was where our pastor teaches. Because my pastor not only teaches, is the pastor at our church, he's also in elementary school at one of the Mesquite
yeah.
ISD elementary schools.
Yeah. It's good information, though.
Yeah.
It's really good information. So,
By the way,
right.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for doing this and for letting me be a part of it and for letting me help spread in some way or another and help those seeds be planted in more families.
Well, we hope to plant more and more. Just gotta get that following, which will come.
And who knows? People who may not, they may not be watching it live, but may watch it later. They tell
Yeah.
their friends, who could tell their friends, and um, a friend of mine from the UK has this sound that, you know, they tell two friends, and they tell two friends, and they tell two friends, and so on, and so on, and so on. Now, we have no idea how many lives may be touched by these studies.
So true.
Folks, I know it's been serious, but just a funny thing. It's nice when we sit down because then he doesn't look quite nearly as tall as me as he really is.
26 foot. Come on now.
I'm 5'1". It's a big deal.
For you, it may be. Ah. Oh boy.
Forget my friend who is 7 feet tall nicknamed me Elfie.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, huh? Really? Yeah, need any oxygen up there, dude? You need your own zip code up there? Can it help?
He needs his own area code, phone number.
All that. He needs all that. He needs all of that.
I used to joke with him that if the wind ever blew, we'd have to tie a rope to him and tie him to a fence because he was really, really tall and really, really, really slim. And I'm like, if you wear the wrong kind of shirt, the wind's going to catch it and you're just going to fly away like a kite in the wind, folks.
Yep. Yep. Oh boy.
That's my 22-year-old, by the way, folks. If you can hear him in the background, that's my 22-year-old.
No.
There's a reason why I like to stand on steps next to him. You gotta remember to point the right way on the screen.
Yes. Because
he's tall.
Pointing someone
Pointing at you.
that doesn't exist besides you.
Speaking of pointing,
I blame her.
of course you do. It's always my fault.
I blame her. I blame her.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I blame.
Speaking of pointing, you have the channel point redemption to fulfill, sir.
I blame her. Her. I blame her. Her.
If we, yes, folks, if we were standing up, he'd be saying her.
Okay, I blame her. I blame her.
I'm gonna blame him.
Anyways.
Sorry, I'm watching the stream with the delay and watching all the pointing. Thank you so much. I needed that chuckle. I really, really, really did. And I hope it's been good for you too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. See, you got, if you watch the VOD later, you'll see you got booped too, sir.
I saw it. I'm not completely blind.
I never said you were.
Yeah, you did.
I never. Oh,
yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, by the way, there's another channel point redemption.
I don't want to stretch. I'm too lazy to stretch.
Fine, then refund my points.
No, you don't need that 250.
I mean, I only have 65.7 thousand more. I mean.
Anyway.
Let's see.
anyways.
Okay, so that's 65.7 thousand divided by 650. That's a lot of pointing, mister. Actually, no, I want to. Where's that other one I want to do?
I'll be sure to raise that one at 60,000.
You would too. There's
You're gonna-
riddle me this.
You're gonna get on. You're like 60,000. That's all my points. Do I really want that
Ooh,
striker pose that
okay.
bad?
I'll bribe him off stream. I'll find a way to get him to do it. Okay. 65.7 thousand. I could do Wolfenstein 6 times and have a little bit left over. I still haven't redeemed that one yet.
You want to bring Wolfenstein in the mix.
Hey guys, spice it up a little bit every now and then, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if Wolfenstein doesn't bring something, I don't know who will, man.
Neither.
I hear he's kind of mean.
Yes.
I hope he doesn't make me cry. Hate to
Let's hope
beat him
not.
up if he does.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't think you'll let him get that far. I don't think you'll let him make me cry.
But anyways, I think we got all the pro stuff we got. So let's go ahead and pray out.
And then you can change and get ready for Dragon Inquisition.
Yes. Probably won't be a long stream.
It's okay.
Probably to be like 11. Because I
Oh, no
gotta wake up
problem.
early in the morning.
I'll stick around if you don't mind.
No.
No, you don't mind, or no, I can't stick around.
Stick around. What are you talking about? I mean, you make your own choices. You can stick around if
Yeah,
you want
but
to.
I don't want you to feel like I'm forcing you to put up with me being in stream with you in your chat.
You're fine. You can stay. Man.
All right.
Mm.
Father, thank you for this time. This time in the Word, time of laughter, this time of friendship. Father, speaking of friends, we want to lift up Mythical Dragon to you and to his family in their time of loss and grieving right now. Give him peace, give his mother peace, give her peace in mind, body, and soul as she processes and deals with the things that have to be done in this situation. Father, we continue to lift up Slapshot and MZ to you, both with their job situations. And again, we also want to continue to pray for MZ's dad's recovery as he has finished his chemotherapy. We hope and pray that he's going through a swift and smooth recovery. Along that line, we also want to pray for Bobby Hoke as he has also finished chemotherapy and is now on the road to recovery. Father, again, we ask your blessings on these situations. Ultimately, your will be done. Father, we want to lift up Kyle and Ryan and so many others. I don't know all the names, the men of CWF. Be with them in their daily jobs and all the people that they come in contact with and all the lives they affect there. But also be with all of those that they interact with at the CWF shows. Father, it's an amazing ministry, and I've seen so many lives touched already. Continue to guide Mr. Rob Vaughn as he guides the men of CWF, not only in the wrestling, but also in their times that they have of Bible study. Be with their families as well and keep them all safe as they go about their day to day. Father, we thank you again for this time. It's our hope and our prayer that somebody who watches this tonight will be touched in a way they haven't before and that they will come to know the importance of having a one-on-one relationship with you. Father, we ask you these things, believing that your will ultimately be done. Father, we thank you, we praise you, and we glorify you through all things. Amen.
I have news. I think I'm getting a job interview for a job I applied to over a month ago for position. I think I would enjoy. I was hoping to hear more on that today, so hopefully I hear more tomorrow. Awesome.
Yay!
But the
Person
person
I
I
talked to
talked
I guess
to
it's
made it sounds like I skipped the first step of the hiring process because he said the region team had already told him they want to interview me. If I don't hear
nice.
anything tomorrow, I will reach out Thursday and see where things are at. Nice. Okay.
That's
Well,
wonderful.
that
We
is
definitely
awesome.
prayed over that for both you and MZ.
That is awesome news. So hope that it goes further. And our house appraisal for $18,000 more than we had estimated. Just got that news today. Nice.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's good. That's really good.
It's crazy what happens with these appraisals sometimes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Got that right. That's awesome news, that Sean. Thank you for sharing. Definitely keep us updated. Always want to hear what news you and MZ's got.
Absolutely. You're part of the family, man.
Oh yes, you and MZ are part of the family. But go ahead and end this stream, and I will be resetting for Dragon Inquisition, Dragon Age.
Dragon Age Inquisition.
But thank you all for stopping by for this. We'll probably be doing this again next Tuesday night. Because I gotta work probably till the end of December. So
Thank you, Slapshot.
doing
I seem to
prayers for
be
your job and your recovery.
he's working too right now, nearly every day.
Yeah.
Not sure when he sleeps.
Shoot.
If he sleeps.
I slept like when I got home from work. I slept from I don't know. I think I went to bed. I think I fell asleep about 3 o'clock. And I didn't wake up till like 7 o'clock the next day.
Wow, that's crazy.
I was so tired. I missed training, but oh well.
Oh no!
Oh well, it happens.
Yeah.
I was just that tired. But
As for me, Slapshot, the cough finally seems like it's going away for the most part. I still have a coughing spell now and then, but nothing like what it had been, which is a definite improvement.
that's good.
Still waiting on my lungs to fully recover from all of it. I still get winded a little bit sometimes. But again, I can still see differences from one day to the next, so it is slowly improving.
That was an awesome update.
Don't forget to put up the blue screen so that your green doesn't disappear into the background.
Oh, I know. I will.
It's like you'll see a chin height coming out from under a hood.
All right. I'll catch you guys on the next stream, which will be in
Alrighty.
about 1 minute. We have been
That is a quick
praising
change.
him
Wow.
that the symptom would want worse than what they have been as well.
Yes, absolutely. Like I was saying before we started praying, I know people who have not made it through it. And
Right.
I hate to think what it would have
hasn't made it
been
through
like
it.
for me without the vaccine.
Gosh.
As bad as it was with it, I don't even want to think about what it would have been like without.
Oh gosh.
It was scary.
Yeah. I bet.
And Patrick was celebrating Saturday because he got his first shot.
Yes. I'll
He's
continue to
he's
get
been
that.
wanting one for months, but yeah, he's very excited.
Good. 1 second.
Uh-oh, one sec. We're hanging on the edge of our seats. Tonight,
Alright.
tonight, here in the square circle, we have new news coming from Slapshot.
Did you tell Rob about our joke
I
on?
did not.
Oh
Raven
boy.
made custom shirts for each one of the mods. They're like purple, like a purple background, and then they've got black pirate ships. In one of the upper corners, it's got an RA for Raven's Armada, and we have our names on the back.
Ah.
Well, Slapshot and MZ had dinner earlier that day with this is Brett X.
Uh-oh.
Nothing was said about the shirt. Sunday night we have a mod meeting. Everybody else shows up on cam with their shirts. And we're all giving Brad a hard time. Didn't you get the memo? We're all supposed to wear our new uniforms. And I even at one point went on to say, I'm not even there nearly as much as the rest of you are. And I still got the memo. What happened? So then all of a sudden, Brett, Slapshot and MZ were like, guess what? We have your shirt. His girlfriend was even in on the joke. She knew that he had a shirt coming.
We had Raven send us
See,
Brett's shirt, so he never knew about it.
see, this is Brett X doesn't live too terribly far away from where Slapshot and MZ are. So like I said, they'd even
Okay.
been to dinner together and nothing was ever said. He still didn't know that they already had his shirt.
Nah, that's funny. That's funny. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Mod Squad trolling.
Brett Etz lives about 2 hours from us. Okay. Not too bad. Oh man. Crazy. Oh, that's funny.
Well, it's fun.
It was. All right. All
I
right.
guess that means I need to go away so that you can go get changed and get ready for the next half of your stream. Sorry about that.
I'm about to hit discontinue, but thank you so much for that story, by the way, Slapshot and Elfie. That was funny. That was funny. But all right, I will see everyone.
He only has me as an active mod. How can I troll him?
There's only one.
That
I
could
only
be